Today we're catching up with Councilman Jeff Hudson. He represents District 23. That includes portions of southeast Jefferson County like Highview, Fern Creek, Okolona, McNeely Lake, and much more. So Councilman, of course, we've got to start with the situation underway on Applegate Lane. To remind people at home what this is, it's a property that will soon be burned down because there is so much clutter and hazmat materials, explosives in there. So today you're actually out talking to neighbors. We've got video of you going door to door to check in with people. What are you telling them?
Well, I'm just trying to listen to them most of all, find out what their concerns are. And that's going to be the message going forward, is how do we get your concerns answered? How do we get your questions answered? It's a volatile situation, probably a bad choice of words, but what's important and what has encouraged me through this is that for years, this house has been an extremely dangerous location. A citizen found, saw something that wasn't quite right, reported that to the LMPD, and within days, that went from a dangerous location to a secure location. And within a matter of weeks, it's going to be made into a safe location.
Certainly a lot of progress made here, but really the thing everyone is hearing about and that's standing out is this planned, controlled burn. The plan to physically burn this home to the ground. How soon could that happen?
We're probably talking weeks rather than days. There are a lot of factors that come into play. One is the weather. You have to have the right weather conditions. You have to be technically ready to be able to remotely start the fire. And you have to have enough time to get the story out to the people that will be affected and make sure that their concerns are addressed. So all of that's going to take a little time.
And we're getting a lot of questions today about just how far-reaching the impacts might be. Do you know if we're talking about just people on Applegate Lane? Are we talking about everyone in Highview? Who could be impacted here?
Well, it depends on how you look at it, right? Everyone in Metro Louisville is impacted by this because there's a fear factor that comes into play, and it gets people's anxiety going, so they're impacted. Physically impacted, it's a short radius around that house. The environmental impact is a little larger radius, and the experts are looking at those right now to try to determine what the right radius number is. And that's the kind of information that will be coming out in the community meetings, which are scheduled for next week.
We know a lot of people wondering, is it really necessary to burn down the house? Why is that the right move here?
It really is. It was a unanimous decision by all of the experts in the room. We've had FBI, ATF, the bomb squad. We've had everybody that knows about this kind of stuff to talk about it, and to a person, every person said the only way to safely combust these chemicals is to incinerate them. And the reason for that is that the house is just so cluttered that there could be an unstable chemical or an unstable explosive under a big pile of garbage, and you move that pile of garbage and it could be bad.
Certainly a lot to think about here. I know you are going to be involved in all of these meetings, making sure the neighbors know exactly what's going on. Thank you for coming on today and filling us in.
Thank you for having me.